Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you all for joining us today. Uh, yes, audible. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. Sorry.
Again.
Uh, I am very soft. I'm sorry. Jan, Jan, can you hear my voice? My voice is not audible.
You're audible.
Confirming. Yes, great. Okay, I just wanted to confirm because the chat there was mentioned that my
Yeah.
voice was very soft. Anyways, yeah. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. Today we yet another session, amazing session today. We have Dr. Vibha, and she is from Indore. She has done her BHMS, she's done her CCAH and MCAH. She's an international speaker. She's spoken about various wonderful topics. Her last topic was, I think, in September. That is what I read. In
This
September
is
10th, yeah,
this
yes,
is only, yeah.
on ASIC group, yeah. Yeah, so I'm very happy to present Dr. Vibha to you, and we're going to learn about the remedy anacardium today. So yeah, yeah, I am keeping the mic near my mouth. Yeah, so we're going to learn. Can't hear now.
You're audible, Rashmika.
No, the chats saying that they can't hear, so that's why I just had to.
Just told them to check their internet first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am very happy to present Dr. Vibha to you. You're audible, great. So on to doctor, and she will be starting with a case. So I hope everyone has their sharp skills and typing skills ready, so that people can chat and type immediately. So we eager to have a very interactive session today. Thank you all. So on to doctor.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rashmika. Okay. Without wasting time, just like to start the session of today. So, as all of you come to know that today's topic of mine is the anacardium. So, just see a little bit about the anacardium first. Okay, so the word anacardium is originally from the Greek word, and where the ana means the upward and the cardium means heart. So it refers to the nut or heart to the heart of the fruit. This is the word meaning of anacardium. So, as you already, I think most of the people know that the anacardium is belonging from the Anacardiaceae family, and which is also known as the cashew family and the poison oak family. And there are 83 genera and with about 860 known species of there of Anacardiaceae. So, just for the better understanding, I always like to present the topic with a case. So, with the case example, definitely, I'm sure at the end of the presentation, you people very deeply understood not only the anacardium but the anacardium family too. So, I just request all the participants after the case, just put your analysis and remedy, whatever is your suggestion. So no doubt the remedy is from the Anacardiaceae family. Just give your opinion about the case and whatever you are thinking about the analysis of the case. So let's start with the case. This is the
Hello.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Your voice is a little not clear. Chat
Okay.
the chat saying that your voice is breaking. So if you can check again.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to
Okay.
disturb you.
No, it's okay. I'm a little bit louder now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
So this is a case of a 32-year-old male which is unmarried professionally. He is a software engineer and a singer too, and he is vegetarian. So let's start. The chief complaint, because of whose the patient is consult to me, the chief complaint is there is a conflict in the mind, and this is from since 2013 the conflict is there. He is suffering from the conflict of mind. When I told about what is this, and then tell more about your conflict. So he just started narrating his story. So the story is he started this conflict after recording a song of his. As I told, he is a singer also. He have a band, and he put it that video on YouTube first time 2013, and he got a huge response out of that song. And then his fans are requesting for the next song. So when people are approaching for the next song, he just feeling the pressure of working right now. And when the people are commenting on the social media and everything, he just started feeling the pressure of that thing. So he's like that time in 2013 when the response is too good, conflict is there, but this thing is not that much high, that much high that time. So the problem mainly started when he have to perform live in engineering college on 2nd of October in 2019. So just before the presentation, just before the performance of him, he just started feeling a vertigo and a stiffness in the neck, especially in the left side of the neck. He started feeling that stiffness, and his head and eyes are extremely heavy, and he feel like his body sensation of left side is reduces that time. And he just started feeling like someone is controlling my mind, means I am unable to control my own mind. This is the main feeling there. And he just feel that my mind is skipped, and that all these things are emulated by pressure only. So he just told someone to push your pressure on his head, and then he go for the performance that time. And after that, this problem was always there, the stiffness and all this, the conflict, all these things. So after that, he described that whenever some restriction comes of anything, of work or some relationship or anything, whenever some restriction comes, the problem is triggered, and he feels like burden with restriction. But he's like, I want both the things. Like he want freedom also, and he want the love of parents also, and this is also a kind of conflict in his mind. He like this simultaneously two things are always there in mind, means two thoughts are always there in mind, and lot of anxiety because of this always present there. As a second symptom, he told that lot of thoughts are there in the mind on 24 into 7. The rush of thoughts are there, thoughts of unnecessary things and things which are unrelated to him. That type of thoughts are there, and that thoughts are making disturb him. And what will happen if he doesn't perform well? This thing is always there in mind with two thoughts, negative also and positive also. Again, everywhere the two thoughts are always there. Because of the music, he left his job, because with the job he have not enough time to practice on band and prepare music and everything. So he just left his job there. And when he left job because of the band, his two friends of those who are the partner in the band, they leave band because they have to go for the PG studies. So he is facing a very worst phase when he come to know that two people are going to left, and he left the job because of the ban only. So he is like, this is the worst phase of my life, and the conflict is too much high in my mind now. So this conflict is too much high when he was first time consulting to me. So he is like, mental problem affects me like I'm slightly, my nature is like I'm not used to give up, but because of this mental problem of mine, I just trying to give up now. My means my confidence is not that much high to work anything. So I'm just started giving up the things. One more symptom is there, he have a shaking hand problem, means whenever he got anxious or something, his hands are started shaking. And this thing is there since his childhood, and which is aggravated during the exam, during school and college time. Further, when I ask about the nature of the patient, how he described himself. See, I am an emotional person and things are affecting me. I'm a soft spoken person. I love the nature. I am the peace loving person and I'm gentle in nature. This is how he is using to describe himself here. And he's like, but nowadays I'm getting too much irritated by small things. Like if someone is asking something to me twicely, I just got irritable, too much irritable means things are out of control. Then the anger is uncontrollable is there. He used to scold during anger, and then when he is used to scold, after that he started feeling guilty. Why I did this? I this is wrong. Why I did this? He is always in hurried in everything he do, in hurry, eating, walking, even in talking. Everything is there in hurried also. He's like, I'm a very ambitious person and I want to this things, and I'm one day definitely I will do that. But because of that mind problem, my confidence is lacking nowadays, and I'm just like, how I'm going to do these things. But he's like, I'm ambitious, but my approach to any work is not like realistic. My approach is like is not very strong, or some I'm not engaged in my work so deeply. So he is considering himself like I'm a very unrealistic approached person. Like uh, he is very particular about everything, every small things about. He is very particular means he want this thing like that only, this thing like that only. And he is telling me like I'm delaying my marriage because I want to prove myself first. I want to make my place in between people, then I can I feel that to marry after all this. When I ask about the childhood of the patient, how he explains about his childhood, he's like, I was very reserved and shy as a child, and his father was too much strict. So he is like, I have a lot of fear of my father in my home, and he always is in fear that someone, if will anyone is scold me or what. He was too good in studies, and since childhood he was too much interested in music also. So at the age of 18 or 19 he started working. He just used to teach students, those who are junior to them. So he used to teach them. He's like, I was too good in studies and my maths was very strong. And he is like, I just love to do challenging work with more interest. If things are easy, he is not too much interest to do that. When some challenge is there, when the thing is difficult, then he feels some interest to do that. He loves cricket since childhood. Even still he is loving cricket, and he is playing a lot whenever he get time now. So he liked to purchase clothes. He was very particular about the appearance of his. He is like, my appearance should be very perfect, should be very good, because if I am looking perfect, is I am looking good, this good appearance boosting up my confidence here. So this is the because of this he want this perfect appearance. He liked to travel a lot. He liked to travel mostly most favorite thing of his is to visit the wildlife sanctuary. So what he like a lot in the wildlife sanctuary is, he is like, when I was there, I saw the difference of a caught and the born free animals there. So I just told him to talk more about this word of caught. So he's like, it's like a fight with own thoughts, and make if this thing, if we are fighting with own thoughts, it makes the irritation and the frustration from inside. And after that he just started opening up, and he just shared that actual reason to delay my marriage is that I doesn't want to be in any restriction. Okay. And when he saw that animals there, he feels like they are in restriction somewhere. So he see how the energy is connected from something. when our energy is something, when we saw something, if energy it matches something, like this is come up. Further, he described about his college life. He's like, my music career is started from my college life, when he won a first prize in inter college competition of singing. So he used to sing a soulful romantic songs, and he doesn't like the party songs, the DJ songs he doesn't like. He is like, I was in affair for 3 years and then I broke up. So what was the reason? The reason is that I feel restriction there. That's why he broke up from that. When I thought about the dream of the patient, see how beautifully he described about the dream. uh, Two completely different things are going there with no relation with each other. Means one scene of some other thing and the another scene of some other thing, and both the scenes are not at all related to each other. This type of two different things are going there in the dream also. And both the things are extremely foolish and illogical things. And this is the only repeated dream of his. This two type of things, this is the only repeated dream of the patient. If we see about the family history, so father had hypertension and cholelithiasis, mother had chikungunya, maternal grandmother have some brain problem. I don't know what was that, he doesn't describe that. Instead of that, paternal grandfather had paralysis, paternal grandmother had cataract, and maternal aunt have a history of tuberculosis. If we see about the generals, nothing is too much strong in there in generals. He just like spice, sweet. He avoids from the bitter, sour things. He disagrees ice cream. Actually, he avoids ice cream because he is a singer and he just want to take care of his throat. That's why. But one thing is there, whenever he got anxious, he have urge to pass a stool there whenever he is feeling anxious. And thermally the patient is hot. If we saw the past history of the patient, so when up to the age of 19 and 20, there is a annual periodic fever is there in every July. In 2017, he had a car accident. In 2019, he operated for the DNS, and in 2010 and 15, he did hair transplant twice still. If we try to understand according to life history and everything, according to the action reaction of the patient, the miasmatic understanding of this case. So, performance is very a very central issue we got here. So, according to the Rajan Sankaran sir, he describes that for nearly syphilitic miasms, so a tension between stretch over the limit and keep things in control. This thing is there in the miasm, this miasm. So the persons, those who are nearly from the syphilitic miasm, they totally control to self and surroundings. They feel they must be perfectionist, they are fastidious, and everything is out of control, and I can't do anything. This is the feeling there. Okay. So this is about the case. This is all about the case of today. So I just want all the audiences, if anyone have any suggestion about the remedy or about the analysis of the case, if it's there, please put on chat box. Rashmika, dear, if anything is there, just read for me.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. You have a 2 minute. Please do be interactive for the session and write down whatever you thought about the case.
can start with the analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone can, name, give us. Can the video be enlarged? Dr. Hina, if you're using your phone, you can switch it to your laptop so that your video can be enlarged. So sorry, I cannot contribute. I did not. Doctor, a few people had a little trouble listening to you in the beginning. So if you can just, give a quick review of the case in a minute, a short review. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So with slides, I'm doing the review.
Okay.
Just
So
to,
Dr.
yeah.
Sangeeta has told ambitious,
Okay.
image conscious, and is a hot patient.
Okay. So just see, the chief complaint of patient was the conflict, which is there since 2013 and developed after before a live session of his when he was very anxious. The conflict was started first time, and with this conflict, he was feeling the stiffness in the neck, especially in the left side, and feeling vertigo. And whenever he feel restriction somewhere, the this problem of his is triggered, and always like two thoughts are always running together in the mind, like and with these thoughts and everything he was too much anxious. Second thing was rush of thoughts are there, always unnecessary unrelated things are there in the mind, and always these thoughts are like two thoughts are always there in the mind, two different opposite thoughts are always there in the mind. uh, and
Okay.
because of this problem he was lacking confidence there about his nature. He was emotional, gentle, peace loving person. Because of all this mental conflict he is too much irritable and uncontrollable anger is there.
Yeah, Dr. Sangeeta says feels burdens, need freedom, and there's a conflict of mind.
Okay. 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 About childhood, he was a shy and reserved person. His father was too much strict. He liked challenging works. About the court, he was describing there the fighting with own thought. This is he thought there. About the college life, he means he was born in the music, and he liked the soulful romantic songs there. About dream, two completely different dreams are there where two different scenarios are going there, which are foolish and illogical always, and this is the only repeated dream of the patient. Okay, so this is the main highlights of the case. So I thought everyone is got now.
Two
Any
different.
other suggestion is there regarding the medicine or something?
Anyone else pitching in now? Since you've heard the
Okay.
shorter version of the case.
Okay, so may I proceed, Rashmika, now? Ki,
Yes,
or
yes.
any other suggestion is
Nini,
there?
Nini has said ignitia,
Okay.
anacardium or silicea, Rust family. Okay.
Okay. So ignitia is the suggestion.
Ignitia is a suggestion, anacardium is a suggestion, silicea is a suggestion,
Okay.
Rust family. It's cashew nut family. Yes, that's
Okay.
anacardium.
Yeah, the topic is also our cashew nut family. Okay.
Yeah.
So may I
Good.
proceed now?
Yes, yes. Please, you can
Yeah. Okay.
start sharing your screen.
Uh,
Konayam.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the analysis. Just carefully read the things. What we found in PQRS things in the case, that is the rush of thoughts are there, lack of confidence, opposing self, a lot of anxiety on travels. There is a contradiction of will, irritability on small things. He is ambitious, and there is a delusion that mind is under control of someone. These all things we found in the case as an important thing. So when we put all these important things, important analysis in the repertory chart, first see the rubrics of all these things. So mind's illusion, imagination, double he is, because always the two thoughts are there. he is feeling like something is controlling my mind. So mind delusion, imagination, superhuman control is under the
Doctor,
thoughts to, yeah.
have you shared the screen? The
Yeah, my
slides are not.
screen
No,
shares.
the slides are not visible. You should share it
Okay,
again.
is it there now?
No, no, no.
Hmm. Okay, but my slides are there already.
No, go to the Zoom screen again and then click again the share screen and then go back to your slides.
Okay, so I have to close it down completely first.
Yeah, you can just minimize the presentation. Go to
Okay,
the Zoom webinar this thing, webinar app, Zoom, and then you will see the share screen share option, the green button
okay.
on the panel below. Yes, Dr. Harsha, we are sharing the slides. Just give us a minute that we will start sharing the slides. Professor Dr. Akhilesh Khan has suggested Conaium, Epis.
Okay,
Jan has suggested Lycopodium as well as Anacardium.
okay, okay. So is my slides are visible, Dr.
No,
Yashmi?
no, it's not. No, it's not visible.
Okay, just will you?
Try exiting your PPT and then again coming back to the share screen.
Is it there, dear?
No, it's still not visible.
Uh, am I log out completely and then log in?
No, don't. I don't think you can. You can try actually. I can give you the access again.
Okay, I'm just logging out. Just give me the access. I'm just
Yes,
logging
yes,
in a minute,
yes,
right?
definitely, definitely. SLY, can you specify your name also so that I can take it? I can announce your name as well as the chat you've been you have. Yes, yes. Dr. Vibha will come in a minute. She's not. She was unable to share the screen, so she'll come in a minute. Just. No, Jan, we both have not disappeared. Am I not audible? I hope everyone can hear me. We both did disappear. Just Dr. Vibha is just having a little, she couldn't share the slides, so she thought she could go back and come again so that she could share the slides with all of you. I'm just checking with her. Hello. Yeah, have you noticed? Hi, and Mr. Last webinar on Twitter. Yes, Dr. Sangeeta, I'm very sorry that we were not able to do the last webinar because Dr. Chakshu had network issues from his side. There was a whole area blank area power cut or something, so he was not able to do the webinar last week. So tomorrow we'll be having Dr. Chakshu Mishra's webinar on non-celiac gluten sensitivity. Please join us tomorrow for listening to Dr. Chakshu Mishra on the same. And those of you had missed the previous webinar, which again had a little technical issue by Dr. Shruti Sridhar, we are postponing that to October. So join us for that also on homeopathy in obstetrics. What time is it? Tomorrow it'll be at 7:30. Tomorrow at 7:30. Kindly send. Yes, yes. Yes, I will be sending the WhatsApp. You want the link to join? This will be, it's www.baho.la/ncgs, non-celiac gluten sensitivity. So NCGS, you can join from there. I will also be sending you the link via WhatsApp. Uh, I will send you the WhatsApp link also so that you can join our WhatsApp link so that you'll get updates over WhatsApp. If someone wants to have email notification, yeah. Mm, yes, Dr. Vibha has joined. Yeah. So this is the WhatsApp link which I have sent. If anyone wants an email notification, this is the site you need to go and register. That will be www.baho.la/register. So you can register yourself so that you can get sorry. Yes, we are informing everybody on WhatsApp group the same day today. Dr. Vibha's webinar, we will inform it in the evening. Max, I try to inform it in the mornings. I will make sure I inform everyone in the mornings that we have a webinar in the evening. So tomorrow we'll be having the webinar in the evening at 7:30 p.m. by Dr. Chakshu Mishra. I have given access to Dr. Vibha. She's joining. Yeah. Any link of previous webinar which I missed? Dr. Sangeeta, you can visit the I Love Homeopathy platform for the previous webinar, so we can come back to this session.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes,
Rashmi?
you are perfectly audible. You're perfectly
Just
audible.
give me the access so I can share my screen.
Yes, 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 I am. Yeah, you have the access. You can share the screen.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, SLY, I'm sorry, I still didn't get your name. If you can change your name or you can comment in the chat below what is your name, I could also read the
Is it
comments
visible?
here.
My
Yeah,
screen is
yeah,
there.
your screen is visible. Yes.
Okay.
SLY has told Anacardium people usually have lycopodium parents who behave in a bullying way. Could
Yeah,
have.
that's true, but we can't say all for always.
Yes.
Okay, so just we are on the analysis of the case. So just let's start from there. We saw all the things already, so we are here. Okay, so we are discussing about the rubrics of the case. So as we saw in the case, the patient is like always two thoughts are there. So a beautiful rubric is there in the repertory. That is a mind, thoughts, two trains of thoughts. Means a completely different two type of thoughts are simultaneously there in
Doctor,
the mind.
doctor, you haven't opened the screen.
Uh,
The documents is visible. You haven't opened the presentation
okay.
screen.
Is it's open actually. Wait a minute. Is it visible now?
No, we can see your document screen where you have selected on Anacardium, but the screen hasn't opened yet. Can
Okay.
you email me the screen presentation
Yeah.
so that I can put it on? Because if that's the issue, we
Yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah. Sure, sure, sure. Send me your email ID on my WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'll just send.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She told us before.
Yeah, I've sent the.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a minute. I'm
Yeah,
sending you.
screen is not visible. Yes, doctor. Yes, Doctor Akhilesh Khan. We have. I'm taking the slides so that I can try.
Yeah, might be because of the heavy rain here. Might be my.
Sorry everyone for the technical issues. Just bear with us for a minute. We can start the webinar smoothly in a minute. You sent it, doctor?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's going on.
Thank you, Sakshi.
Just a minute. It's loading here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, is it sent?
Just a minute. I think network is too much bad actually.
Okay.
It's loading. Okay, it's sent to you. Just check your
Yeah,
mailbox.
yeah, yeah. I haven't received any. No, I haven't received any. You check the spellings, right? Because there's a double A in my name. I hope you check the spelling.
Uh, you doesn't got the mail.
No, I haven't got the mail.
Okay, wait a minute.
I've sent you a mail from my mail ID, so
Yeah,
just check.
yeah, it's okay. Okay, it shows message too large. That's why not sending.
Okay. 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 Sorry for the lag. Okay. I'll again give you access. Just try screen share from your side. Try the screen sharing again.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Click the green button. Yeah.
Is it visible?
Oh yes, yes, it is visible. Thank God.
Okay.
Yes. So you
Uh,
can.
okay. Can we proceed now?
Yes, yes, you can increase the screen size and then you can start. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Harsha, we've started.
Okay. So after the case, we are just discussing about the rubrics here before all this trouble. So what we got in the case is that is the mind delusion imagination double he is. This rubric because the always the two thoughts, two minds are there, and the mind thoughts, two trains of thoughts also a rubric is there. This rubric is also because there is always two thoughts which are completely different and opposite to each other, and there is a feeling of that someone is controlling my mind. So the mind delusion imagination superhuman control is under. So thoughts persistent, conscientious about truffles, antagonism oneself with will contradiction of he is ambitious, so ambitious ambition ambitious, confident want of self, irritability trifles on, and fear failure of. So all these things which are mainly we found in the case. So when we put all these rubrics in our repertory chart, what we find here is see on the repertory chart, all the rubrics are mainly covered by the Anacardium orientalis here. But I'm not going to prescribe Anacardium only because Anacardium is standing first in the repertorization chart and covering all the rubrics are here. Because repertory is showing things what we are putting there by our own understanding. So always before prescribing on the, even though after repertorization I used to prefer the material medical reference always. So see in the soul of the remedies by Dr. Rajan Sankaran about the anacardium, what he wrote here: the over strict parents impose all their desires on a child and do not allow him to think or do anything on his own. This is there in our patient. The father was too much strict. He cannot take his own decision, to the extent that he is not allowed even to decide what clothes he should wear. If he starts taking his own decisions or does not live up to expectations placed upon him, he will be punished cruelly. So this is quoted by Dr. Rajan Sankaran here. Again, with the same Materia Medica of the Soul of the Remedies by Dr. Rajan Sankaran. So he tried to lie up to these expectations by being obedient and angelic to his nature. So this is the cover up face of the anacardium person. He is just expecting and uh, just trying to be obedient and angelic, like means very good to all, and by being excellent in his work. But he begins to develop a lack of self confidence and become a nervous person. Again, there are thus two sides of anacardium. On the one hand, he is a good angelic, obedient, and fear of punishment. He is very orderly, fastidious, cannot rest till things are in a proper place. And on the opposite side, exactly opposite things are there. See, the part of him is hard, the malicious, violent, devilish, disgust with himself. He become immoral, developed suicidal and homicidal tendencies, is abusive, is stubborn, and avoids the company of people. These two sides of anacardium are constantly in opposite to each other. Should he be an angel or a devil? So this is the two kind of things which are there in the patient's mind. Thus, anacardium has the feeling of an angel sitting on a one shoulder and a devil on the other side. So this is the core feeling of the anacardium. On the basis of that, we can prescribe the anacardium. These two lines are something which is the core feeling, the base of the anacardium to prescribe it. If we see in other materia medicas, in boric materia medica, the fixed idea, hallucination, think he is possessed of two persons or will. And in phatak materia medica, the fixed ideas think he is possessed of two persons or two wills, illusion or duality other are present. This is there in the phatak materia medica. If we see NM Chaudhary, the one of favorite materia medica of mine, again the thing are suffer from fixed ideas such as follow: as if their mind and body are separate, as if they are double, as if a demon sits on their neck, as if they have two wills, one commanding them to do certain things and the other hiring them for doing it, as if someone is pursuing them. This is something which are the core feeling, the soul of the anacardium remedy, uh, the deep down understanding of the anacardium remedy. So when we see here in the repertory chart with the anacardium, I'll show you the why the anacardium prescription is there by the materia medica references. But if we see in the repertory chart, except anacardium, few more remedies are here which are covering all the rubrics, almost all the rubrics in the repertory chart, like lachesis, cilicia, and almost naja is covering almost all the rubrics here. So let's see why only the anacardium was the prescription, although other medicines are also covering almost all rubrics in the repertory chart. So when we see the lachesis, so if we talk about the main nature, the main quality of the lachesis, that is the competitiveness, the aggressiveness of the lachesis, the attractiveness, sexuality is the common in the animal remedies. So lachesis is a reptile remedy. So these all qualities are must be there to prescribe the lachesis, as well as the clairvoyant thing, the deceitful thing, the venomous quality means they attack always by hiding. Like if we see if we want to understand the lachesis well, just read about the surukuku snake first. See the qualities of the snake. He is always like to be hidden and then attack there. So this quality we are getting in the patient of lachesis also. So the main theme of lachesis is show up. they want to showing of the things which is not there in our patients. So lacasis is ruling out here. Someone suggesting here cilicia also. So the core issue of the cilicia is always about the image consciousness of them. They are the people, those who are doing things for their image, for building their image and for maintaining their image, for the image of their family. So cilicia person stand defeat, obstinate, and try to retain the fixed image. And there's a fixed idea is also there in the cilicia. But that is about the self image. The fixed idea is what people are thinking about me. Might be the person is think this thing about me. This type of fixed idea is there, not like fixed idea of anacardium. The fixed idea of anacardium is completely different. There that is for the hallucination of the for the delusion of the anacardium, and not for the image or something which was there in the cilicia. So the cilicia is ruled out here. When if we see about the kali carbonicum, the core feeling of kali carbonicum is they are very family conscious peoples. When the kali group of person, not only the kali carbonicum, when a kali person is sitting behind you as a patient, the person is just start talking about the family. His whole story, whole issues and everything is rolling about the around the family, and end up with the family only, because they are the people those who are very obedient, they are very principled people, they are very family oriented people. So his life and everything story and issues are always around the family only, and they are talking about them only. One more very important thing about the kali is they are the company is the oxygen for the kali. They always need someone to be with them. So the health of the family members, the integrity of her family, the amount of support he she gets from her family, this is all things which are there in the kali. So this is for sure not in our patient. So kali is ruled out. If we talk about the baraita carb, so baraita carb issues are about the responsibility. The main feeling of remedy from this group is one of the dependency. And the baraita carb is the most dependent of all of them. So there is a feeling of total incapacity to take the responsibility or do one's own work. So baraita carb has anticipatory anxiety because of this feeling of incapacity. So this is like this we can rule out the Barata carb also here. If we talk about the aurum metallicum, because aurum is also covering almost all the rubrics there in the repertory chart. So in aurum, they are people, those who are trying to maintain whatever they achieved in their life. And they are the people, those who destroy their life to achieve their goals. And at the end, when they are avoiding everything and just focusing on the goal, and they reach also that goal, after that they started feeling failure, because they just achieved their goal, and no family life, nothing, anything. They just work for their goal day and night. So at the end they start feeling failure there, and there is guilt is there, despair of salvation is there. And aurum peoples are highly moralistic, principled, and orthodox people. So like this, aurum is also ruled out. If we talk about the Naja is covering almost all the rubrics in our repertory chart. And one more thing, Naja also have a conflict in the mind. So how to differentiate the conflict of Naja and the conflict of anacardium? So Naja have conflict with outside, and anacardium have conflict with inside. For example, if Naja have conflict, so Naja's conflict are like with other person, means this is me and this is you, and the conflict is from I and you, means the thing is from outside. But in anacardium, conflict is from inside, means both the things are going in the mind, in the self. So a very beautiful differentiation of this is in short, if we see, the Naja's conflict is from outside and the anacardic conflict is from inside. Both the things, both the thoughts and two different things are going inside own self, inside the mind of the patient. This is the differentiation of naja and anacardium's conflict. So yeah, definitely the prescription was Anacardium orientalis 1 m single dose medicine, and with SL twice a day BD for 4 weeks. Why the potency 1 m is there? Why I prescribe the 1 m potency? See, when we see the level of the case, the level of the disease or the effect of things on the patient, so totally the things are related to the mind. The mind mental level aspects are there in the case. That's why the potency is selected 1 m here. Now the most important thing, that is the follow up. If we prescribe something very confidently, our follow up told us the confidence of our during first prescription was right or wrong. So what we found after a month of a follow up, in the first follow up, the patient told me that till yesterday I was very well. I feel perfectly okay, like, and there is aggravation from crowd area, but this mental fog and all these things are not there. And today I feel like tightness in the neck again. So again he started one symptom of this tightness again, but there is no conflict in the mind. He is like, I can resolve things nicely now after the 1 dose of Anacardium orientalis. So as after the first follow up, he told that he started this tightness and all from today, means the day of the follow up. So I just repeat 1 dose of anacardium again with the same potency only. Okay. And after, in the first follow up, we again got the no thoughts during sleep, because sleep was also disturbed because of the thought. He told me this thing in the follow up, that I am sleeping nicely now. In the second follow-up, after another month, he feels much better, symptoms are reduced, there is no rush, and he is easily able to divert myself from the negative things. Means the things are also there, the scenario is not changed still, but he is able to solve things now. And thoughts are there, but he can remove that thoughts very easily, which are very uncomfortable before for him. So anxiety is reduced up to 70%, headache is not there, it's better 65%, and in journey there is no fear. Mental fog is reduced, he is able to analyzing the things nicely because he is feeling fresh and everything. So he is like, I can analyzing things very nicely now. The heaviness is reduced, the muscle tightness and the stiffness, which was the main concern of the patient, where he got the 80% reduced, the 80% better in the stiffness and all, after the 2 dose of anacardium 1 m. He's like, I started interacting with the people, as he was a very shy kind of person. He is not too much interacting. So he's like, I meet with my old friends now, and my irritation is also reduced up to the 70%. Uh, in the third follow up, he's like, my I feel my energy level is too good now, and neck muscle stiffness in crowd once only. In last 1 month, just stiffness was there for once only. He is like, my thoughts are completely controlled, the anxiety in once in a while sometime is there, not on the regular basis, and there is no irritation and the mental fog. So when the symptoms are still okay, so just keep medicine to work, and to not to disturb by the another dose of a medicine. So just put it patient on the SL again for again 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, there is no any symptom almost. He was feeling so much confident. He was started working on music very well. He sent me his some compositions also. He's like, see, I'm feeling very well, so I'm doing my work very nicely now. not lot of because of thought he was very anxious, means so no thought there, so no anxiety is also there. And to check up means if anything are reappear or not, so I just put him another 2 months on the SL again. And after 2 months, after the sixth follow up, I just stop the medicine of the patient, and the case is solved by the 2 doses of anacardium orientalis on the 1 potency. So this is all about the case. Now, I like to present a small clip of 1 minute here. If someone have any doubt about the anacardium pill, I'm sure after watching this video, you are not going to forget the anacardium lifetime of your. Just just keep in mind this video once, and definitely you will always understood anacardium by this video. So might be voice is not clear because of the network or something, so English subtitle is there in the below of the video, so just go through that and just see carefully what is there in the video. So I'm sure you understood the materia medica by this clip, that one on one shoulder the angel is there, and the another shoulder the devil is there. So this is, I think, the best example to explain the anacardium by this clip. So this is all about the video and the case of today. Let's see about the anacardiaceae family more things. See one by one the sensation and the different remedies of the anacardium group now. So if we see the scientific classification of the anacardiaceae family, so the kingdom, order, family, and subfamilies are there. So let's see what are the sensations of which are present in the anacardiaceae family. So when we say the sensations, so this is the type of things what the patient is going to present, and from that we can understood the patient is belonging from the anacardiaceae family. So the first and the foremost thing is the stiffness. Now this stiffness is from anywhere from the body, even of the mental stiffness can be there. So this stiffness is the main thing which is there in the anacardiaceae family, and this stiffness restricts the movement of the patient. Another thing is the caught, tight, and tension feeling. Exactly, this picture can show the caught feeling of the patient. The feeling of caught is from the outside. It's like from the outside, someone is holding tightly. This is the feeling. This kind of sensation in the pain or in the mental fog or anywhere a patient can represent this thing. Another thing is the restriction, the stuck feeling. Patient is they cannot bear the restriction in any ways, either in the work or in the relationship or anything, anywhere they can't bear this strictness. Just look at this picture carefully. This picture can present the stiffness and the tightness and everything of the anacardium very nicely. This stiffness and something is from the outside in the anacardium, as if like from outside someone is holding very tight. Hold the restriction is thing from the outside is there. So the force from outside which holds tight and unable to move. These are the three sentences, three lines which can represent wholly about the anacardium, anacardiaceae family. So whenever we are selecting some plant remedies, so plant remedies, or either they are presenting the sensation or they are giving some reaction. So when we say ki plant remedies are giving some sensations, so from where these sensations in the plant are coming? So in the plant materia medica, the entire materia medica is made on the alkaloid of the plant. Whatever the alkaloid of the plant, the reaction and the sensation of the plant is according to that. So alkaloids are derived from the Latin root of alkali, which is in turn comes from the Arabic meaning, and which means the ashes of plants. So this is something, because of that the sensation in plant remedies are there. So most of the known functions of alkaloids are related to the protection. It's like if the if some plant have something like they may be affected by some small animals or something, so the discharge or something is like that from that plant, so they are protecting that plants. The alkaloid are something which is there, which have the quality to protect that plants. So alkaloids are produced by a large variety of organisms, including bacteria, fungi, plants, and animal itself. And that is for the protection purpose, for the survival mechanism. You can say the survival mechanism of the plant. When we see the reaction in the plants, so they are reacting from three types. There is an active reaction, there is a passive reaction, and there is a compensation. So when we talk about the active and passive reaction, so active and passive reaction are the two opposite poles of a remedy. So to understand the polarity, we have to understand both the opposite pole of the remedy. And compensation is no response. It's extend to someone's nature. So compensation is act of the will. Compensation is the act of the will. So when we saw in the patient, so it's not compulsory ki all these things are present in the patient. Might be patient is showing or expressing the active reaction of him, or the passive reaction or the compensation. So we have to understood by whole story and whole portrait of the drug of the story of the patient, by which we can understand this thing in the patient. So what are the active reaction of the anacardiaceae family? So what we found active reaction in the anacardiaceae family, that is they want to move permanently, and motion is ameliorate there. They want movability, flowing and unbound thing. They want release and restlessness. This is the active reaction of the anacardiaceae family. And what are the passive reaction is exactly opposite of the active reaction. Means when we talk that active and passive reaction are the two opposite pole of a remedy. So the whatever is the passive reaction, the active reaction is exactly opposite of that. So in active reaction, where we see the desire for movement, the movement is ameliorate there. There is a restlessness, the unbound thing is there. In passive reaction, there is paralyzed, there is no movement, immobility is there, freezed feeling is there, their inactivity is there, cannot move. And the compensation, which is the no response, which is the act of the will. Compensation is the act of the will, so there is a always on the move. This is the compensation of in the anacardiaceae family. So if we see the Cactaceae family, Cruciferae family, Euphorbiaceae family, and Primulaceae family, So also, like the anacardiaceae family, the tightness, stiffness, unable to move, these sensations are also there in these four families also. So how to differentiate anacardiaceae by these four families? If we talk about the Cactaceae family, so the tightness is like constricted and closed and shrink by an iron hand and released alternately. So alternate constriction and expansion is the main feeling in the Cactaceae family. So it's like made smaller or down toddler. So see, if we see the thing is small and then is bigger again, so this type of feeling we can found in the Cactaceae family. If we see in crucifery family, so there is a block and obstruction in the smooth flow. So so this is the pipe, the flow is there, and this is the shrinking thing is there. So this is the obstruction in the flow. So this is the feeling this is the main sensation of the crucifery family. They are unable to move and go forward. They want to get out of this block and finding the divergence. So there is desire to walk for long distance. If we see in another family in the Euphorbiaceae, so the bound and unbound thing is there. So bound means to fasten or wrap up by encircling, as with a belt or a ribbon, to bandage, to hold, to or stand with, or as if with band. So binding completely is the sensation there in the Euphorbiaceae family. So tight bound and untied bound. This is the active and passive reaction there. If we see the comparison of the last family, there is a Primulaceae family. So there is a feeling of lameness and paralysis is from inside is there, and thus an inability to move, as if the muscles are lame and paralyzed. This is the feeling. And again, the opposite pole, where in the active reaction we see the movement, the desire for movement, continuous movement is there. Okay, so these are the differentiation of with some families which have the similar kind of sensations like Anacardiaceae family. So let's see some important remedies of the Anacardiaceae family with types of their symptoms. So we can differentiate one Anacardiaceae family remedy to the another one. So let's start with the Anacardium occidentalis, which is the cashew nut, the medicine which is prepared from the cashew nut. So this is the small remedy. It acts very well on the skin. So there is powerfully on the skin, causing erysipelas, blisters, on swelling, and has been used as an antidote to the rux poison. Rux also belonging from the Anacardiaceae family. So there is a general paralytic state is there, and tongue is painfully swollen. This is something which are the important points from this remedy. So if we see the general use of the Anacardium occidental, so the cashew nut shell liquid is used for the industrial purpose and has a medicinal value also, and it's edible also, as a nut we are used to eat is. If we see another remedy from the same family, the Comocladia dentata, which is the common name is goa. The main symptoms of the remedy is especially important for the eyes and skin. See, if we most of the remedies of the family we see, so Anacardiaceae family remedies are especially working on the skin. Whatever we are seeing in the next remedies also. So the ciliary neuralgia with the eyes feeling large and protruded, especially the right side, and itching, redness, pimple, redness all over, and like scarlet. So on that case, this medicine act very well. See the general use of the Comocladia dentata. The plant is so very poisonous that slipping beneath its shade causing a fatal illness, especially when the sun is shining on it. So most of the source of the medicine which are under the Anacardiaceae family, so all that things are poisonous, especially. See the next remedy of Magnifera indica. The common name is mango tree. So the symptom again, it's well work on the skin as if sunburnt and swollen. One of the best general remedy for passive hemorrhage, uterine, renal, gastric, pneumonia, or intestine. From anywhere the passive hemorrhage was there, so this remedy is good for that. If we see the general use of the Magnifera indica, so we know very well mango is using in so many things in our day-to-day life, even in sweets, smoothies, pickles, jams, and mangoes are fruit which undergo different stages, and every stage of it is usable for us. If you see the Rux aromatica, the common name is the fragrant smush, and this remedy is good for the renal and urinary affection, especially in the diabetic peoples. Incontinence, severe pain at the beginning and before the urination is there. This is something which is the red line symptom of the remedy, and constant dribbling is there. All these are small remedies, so we can use in the acute cases by remembering the red line symptom of the remedies. If we see the general use of Rux aromatica, the plant is harvested from the wild, from local use as a food and medicine and source of the materials. So as a food also, the peoples are using it. It is grown as a ground cover, soil stabilizer, and to to rehabilitate disturbed sites, and is also grown as an ornamental, where it is valued especially for its autumn coloring. So because of the coloring also in ornament industry, this thing is used. If you see the Rux glabra, so the common name is smooth sumac. This remedy is good for the epistaxis and occipital headache. There is fitted flatus is there. The dream of flying through the air. This is something which is important. We can found in the remedy, and there is ulceration in the mouth also. So if we see the general use, so all these three remedies have a acidic fruit and astringent bark, which are used in the tanning. If we see the next remedy, that is the Rux radicans. So Rux radicans have a headache in occiput, even pain in nape of the neck, and from there the pain is drawing over the head and forward. So this type of ascending pain is the characteristic we can found in the remedy. And another thing is characteristics are burning in the tongue, and tip feels sore. Pains are often semilateral and in various parts, so often remote and successive. So this too is the important thing, characteristic things we found in the remedy. Let's see the Rux toxicodendron. We are very familiar to the rust tox, and using both as a acute and chronic frequently in our practice. Everyone is using very frequently rust tox. This is the big remedy of from this family. So the common name is the poison oak. So as we all know most of the things about the Rustox, so Rustox has a constant anxiety as if something is going to happen. So the patient has many fears, like fear of evil, fear of being hurted, of being murdered. This constant anxiety makes him restless and doesn't allow the patient him to rest in one position. So the restlessness thing of the rustox is because of this constant anxiety of something will happen. He is extremely superstitious, and there is a feeling of helplessness, of being forsaken by all his friends, a feeling that something bad is going to happen. So I'm not explaining the common things about the rustox, which all everyone knows. The motion ameliorates him, and first motion is aggravation, everything is there. But I'm just trying to explain the core feeling of the rustox, because all these common symptoms, everyone is very familiar to from the rustox. So Rostov faces some kind of dangers of attack from members of his own family and feels helpless and forsaken by others. So this is the core feeling, something which is there in the Rostov's. So since this thread is from inside the house, he always has to be on guard. So if this thread was from outside, he could turn to someone for support, but it is not so. Hence the rustox, there is no clinging, no desire for the company. So why no desire for the company? Because he have fear from his own family members, so he doesn't desire for the company there. He feels secure when the person is alone. We see the Rux venitata, the common name is the poison elder. See, whatever picture I am put it there, this is the particularly from that remedy only, right? Again, the remedy is good for the skin symptoms of this species of Rux are most severe. Great melancholy, no desire for life, gloomy is there, vesicles, erysipelas, and skin is dark red, itching is there, relieved by hot water. This is something which is peculiar. Itching is relieved by the hot water. So the parts used for preparing the rust vimentata is the tincture of the fresh leaves and the steam. Let's see the last remedy of today, and last remedy from the Anacardiaceae family, that is the skinus molls. The common name is chili pepper or pepper tree. So long continued vomiting, as if all the bowels come would be emptied out. The pain is the bowel and long continued vomiting, and followed by the profuse diarrhea. So that much high vomiting is there. So as if everything is from bowel is coming out, emptied out. This feeling is there. And the the parts used to prepare the medicine is the fruit, bark, and leaf of the plant. The leaves are also used for the natural dyeing of textiles in the Andean region, and the Incas use of the oil from its leaves in early mummification practice to preserve and embedded their death. So, so the general use of this leaves is to prevent the mummification in the ancient time. So, this is all about the today's presentation of my. So I'm thanking all the participants, those who are listening and participating for today's webinar, and bearing the issues regarding my network today. So thank you so much for be with us today. Dr. Rashmika, are you there?
Yes, yes, I've been in front of
Yeah.
the screen. I've been
So
listening to the screen
is
all
any
along.
yeah, is any question is there?
Yes, I think we can give them a minute or two so that they'll take
Uh,
the entire webinar in, and
Okay.
they'll start.
Okay,
Uh,
till then, till that I like to resolve some medicines after the case. Some people are suggesting some medicine here, like someone suggested lycopodium here. So I just want to say lycopodium is the person, someone who is very cowardice. The lycopodium, no doubt the lycopodium is lack of confidence is there, but the cowardiceness is something which is very prominently there in the lycopodium. The other thing is, which is very prominent in the lycopodium, is that the person have a lot of anxiety while they are while they are starting to speak in some in front of some peoples. For example, I had a case of a lycopodium I presented in my previous presentations. So the person is working in a cement company, and whenever he is attending or he have to conduct some meeting for the dealers, so initially for few minutes the person is extremely anxious and he is like unable to speak in front of the people. But as once he start speaking, the things are resolving, and then he is performing like the whole stage is his own, and so much confident and smoothly the things are going on. So this is something which is the core inside understanding of the lycopodium. Okay. Someone suggested the ignatia for the case. So see, ignatia definitely is not from our case, because ignatia's problems are developed after the shock of something. The shocking effect develops something, like the sudden news of death of someone, someone relatives or someone close ones. So out of this shock, if someone is getting something and affecting too much and all the symptoms are related to this shock, then we can prescribe the ignition. It will going to work out of the way, I think. And silicia I ruled out already. And okay, uh, any other suggestion was there? I just wrote down these remedies here.
No, no other suggestions. These were the
Okay.
suggestions. If Dr. Vibha, if you
Yeah.
don't mind, I would like to share a video. Like you shared the movie video, there's
Uh-huh.
another nice video
Okay,
I
yeah,
would
yeah, yeah,
love to
please.
share if you're okay with it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm very okay. Please
Till
share.
people start giving us suggestions, I'm just
Yeah,
taking the screen share.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just give me a minute.
Okay, till you are uploading your video, I want to tell all the
Can everyone
audiences.
see
Yeah,
the?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh God, this is the problem with
Ad is there. No, no problem. The
YouTube.
6 second ad is only there.
Okay, I know. Yes, has there been any questions? Mm, such a apt representation for anacardium. So I thought I would, want
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah. We
share
will wait.
this with everyone. Yeah. Can you hear the voice?
Just play it.
Yeah, it's playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's searching for something to,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just reminding the this session of the movie because
uh,
it was a good movie actually. See what's going here is, there is, when he see the knife, the impulse was there,
yeah,
and what he is seeing, the green thing and everything, the delusion is there that something is
yes.
somewhere, someone is there. Yeah, beautifully presented in the movie. Yeah, we can learn a lot from our
Very
Bollywood
true.
Hollywood movies. Yeah, see, this is the delusion.
Yes, yes.
He is thinking something is going in his mind. This is not there, but everything
He's
is
trying
in
to
the
push all
thinking
the
mind. Yeah,
thoughts. He's trying to push them away, but he's not able to.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like fast forward it to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this I think is a very good representation that he doesn't want to, but it's, the delusions in his mind. It's not going away, that he has no other choice, that he has to.
Exactly. Okay. Any question is there?
Yeah, I'll just check. So I can stop the screen share.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'll not put this because people will be a little.
This is directly from the YouTube now, so it's not playing so
Yes,
smoothly.
I didn't want to share it because
Yeah.
I don't want to put the whole thing because people could be a little sensitive about it. So yeah. So yeah. Yes, there are questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start coming up with one by one. There are a lot, many. Um, in your case, why other rubrics are not considered, as did not find out your slides suggest on awkwardness, suggest epis, conayum, and also suggest anacardium, but
What about the rubric? What was about the rubric?
the rubric awkwardness
Awkwardness. Okay.
suggests epis also, or
Mhm.
conayum also. Why was anacardium chosen and not epis or conayum?
Okay. See, conayum is mainly a glandular remedy. Okay. And apis, for apis, there is a sensation of a stinging sensation is there in the apis. Whereas in our case, the dwell mind thought and everything, the dwell dream also representing the same thing. The See, what we are considering for the analysis and repetition in the case is something which is covering the whole patient. The mind symptom are covering like that, the physical symptoms are covering the same sensation is there. Even in the dream, the same sensation is there. We are considering dream as a mind symptom although, but everywhere when the same thing we found in the every area, so that thing is important to consider in the analysis repetition and to prescribe the remedy. Whereas patient is telling us so many things, so we we have to understood these things, see which symptom is have a weight to consider it in the analysis, and to consider it in the selection of the remedy, because patient is telling so many things. So awkwardness, this is not something which is very we can say a very prominent or very importantly present in the case, or have a weightage in the case to consider it in the repetition. So whatever symptoms which have the weight, which have a very important place to in the problems of the patient, that things are only considered in the analysis first. Okay. Anything else?
Yes, Sakshi Agarwal has asked, Dr. Shankaran's soul of remedies, उसमें
Hmm.
anacardiaceae conditions reminds me of Govinda of hero number one, father domination, cruelty leads to. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, another
uh,
suggestion. Yeah.
But sorry, I can't remember that Govinda's movie of hero number one, so I can't correlate right now because I can't remember that what was the scene there
Sure.
in the movie. But we'll
Uh,
definitely see it and reply. You just write me on my number or or email me about that.
can you correlate with botanical studies of each family with the materia medica?
Yes, we can. We can, because see, if we read about the source book is like if we see the N.M. Chaudhary's Materia Medica. So first paragraph of the Materia Medica shows itself all the qualities of the mineral, animal, or plant from whatever the medicine is, whatever the source of the medicine is. So definitely we can correlate.
Is it
Just go through once by N.M. Chaudhary. N.M. Chaudhary, with every remedy, the first paragraph is about that only.
is it syphilitic or sorosyphilitic anacardium? Is another question.
Anacardium is more toward the syphilitic.
Okay. Dr. Yogesh wanted to. Now it is with me, but it's not written. N.M. Chowdhury is with me, but it's not written.
Sorry.
Uh, Dr. Akhilesh Khan, N.M. Chowdhury is with you, and what is not written? The correlation of the botanical studies.
Okay.
Yeah, he's having N.M. Chowdhury, but he's not. He says that it's not written. The correlation of the botanical studies.
See, sir, in N.M. Chaudhary, what is written there in N.M. Chaudhary with before the first paragraph of every remedy is about the if there is a plant, so it's about what are the uses of that plant generally, and how they are using, what the areas where they are growing, and if the mineral is there, what the general use of it, and all these things are there in N.M. Chaudhary. So by that we can understood this thing. If we want to read more deeply about that, so we have to refer some Google or something for that, because in book that much is available there regarding the materia medica, and the symptoms, all these things are there, up to that things are there. But we can correlate. If it's not there in the book, we should read from the Google.
Another question: why are you ruling out Sora? Why is it not sorosyphilitic and only syphilitic?
Okay. See the duality of the mind, the the impulse of the patient, how he is affecting by all these things. All this I already described there why the miasm is syphilitic, because the person, when the person is feeling the things is not under the control of him, the things are going out of his control, and they are just feeling to take things under the control, and the person is very perfectionist, is very fastidious. All these things are there. Just read out this slide. That's why the miasm is nearly syphilitic.
In anacardium, so psoric symptoms are predominant. So in the sense, but skin complaints are predominant in anacardium. So where psoric symptoms are more predominant. So why can't Sora be?
Read the question again, Rashmika.
Uh, so by since we're ruling out Sora,
Mm-hmm.
he says that skin symptoms are predominant in anacardium,
Mm-hmm.
where psoric symptoms are predominant.
Okay. But the mind symptoms are more towards the syphilitic.
Yeah, so he's asking, can it be sorosyphilitic instead of only syphilitic?
Yeah, you can say sorosyphilitic, or sometimes you can say psychosyphilitic. That's why written here near syphilitic.
Because Sora is also changeable.
Yeah, see, every miasm is changeable. Nothing is fixed there. Every miasm is changeable according to the stage and the condition of and the things which are facing by the patient. Miasm is changeable, but the thing is there ki whatever present at the time when the patient come to you. So according to that, I wrote the near syphilitic.
Okay. Any other questions? Dr. Yogesh, are you available on the chat? Because he wanted to ask you something throughout the webinar presentation,
Okay.
but I don't think he's available now. Dr. Yogesh?
If someone is unable to contact right now, so they can write me on my email address mevadavibha2@gmail.com. I am definitely answering all the questions of you there.
Yeah. Wonderful session. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sakshi. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think if there are no other more questions, we can close off the session.
Okay, so thank you so much. I love homeopathic group, Dr. Karthik sir and Dr. Rashmika for inviting me and Rashmika for helping throughout the presentation. So thank you so much for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to talk on your platform. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Vibha. I hope we continue wonderful webinars in the future and we collaborate more with the I Love
Thank
Homeopathy
you.
platform. Yeah.
Sure, sure,
I
why
think
not?
with this, we can, Dr. Professor, Dr. Akhilesh Khan tells that your collections are very good and your personality is very well. You're a very promising speaker.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words means a lot to me. Thanks a lot. And thank you so much for attending. Thank you so much for your presence in the webinar.
Yes, yes, definitely. He's always, he's always a blessing for us. Yes,
Yeah,
Doctor.
he is a source of energy for people.
Yes, Dr. Akhilesh Khan, I will personally send you the message for tomorrow's link also because you would asked me if you'd ask for the Dr. Chakshu Mishra's link tomorrow. Yes, Mohem, if you want, please tell me. You wanted to ask something, please type it in the chat box below. Momin? Okay, I think. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much. I think we can close with this note. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vibha. Thank you so much for having giving this wonderful presentation, giving us a lot of knowledge about all the rare remedies today, along with anacardium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
everyone, for joining us today, and we're closing out with this. As I said in the earlier, I've already sent you the WhatsApp link. I've already sent you the a place where you can register for your future webinars. Thanks, Jan. Thank you so much. You're always a family to us. You join all the sessions of ours. It's okay that you have missed a little in the beginning. We always have our recordings for you to watch again. I will update the recordings. Once the recordings are updated, I will let everyone know in the WhatsApp group also. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Night.